Good morning, good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being, and sustainable development 2022 on occasion of World Social Work Month, World Health Month, World Press Freedom Month, and World Environment Month 2022, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 75 years of independence in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute and Center for Arts, Sciences and Wellbeing. We welcome you all once again to today's international webinar series. Before we start this session, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः.
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue to today's session. Today we have with us Ms. Sweta Bajaj, founder and director, New Life Positive. She is also an NLP therapist, practitioner, nutrition consultant, spiritual counselor, technical trainer. She has degree in computer science and engineering and also health and wellness life coach, advanced Zumba, yoga, meditation, healing techniques expert, and a prolific writer, blogger, speaker, and a lot more. We welcome you, Sweta, once again to this wonderful platform. And we invite you to take over your session on Reframe Your Life. Over to you, Sweta.
Thank you so much, Ravindra sir. Good evening, everyone. I am so privileged to speak on this prestigious platform. First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk on a wonderful topic, Reframe Your Life. I want to express my gratitude to Ravindra sir, to Mary ma'am, and all coordinators, to Sri Holistic Health Foundation India, Sri Research Institute and Center for Arts, Science and Wellbeing. On this international webinar series on holistic health, well-being and sustainable development. This month is a very exciting month. This is a yoga. In this month, there are several occasions also is coming. So just give me 1 minute to share my screen. My screen is visible to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this will be very interactive session as well as some learning session as well. So reframe your life. It is very important to reframe our life. So before starting, I just want to give my introduction. Like as sir gave a very wonderful introduction, just I want to share with you all. Like I am a computer science engineer. I work as engineer. Then after that, I turned into life coach and now a digital coach, an NLP practitioner and fitness consultant. And I am on mission to help others to find true health and freedom. Now, my first question for you all is, what is life for you? As I say, it is interactive session as well. So I want all of you, I'm seeing 10 participants and others on YouTube. I want all of you to share your answer in one word. What is life for you in chat box? Yes, I think Mary ma'am raised hand. Yes.
Yeah, actually life is a blessing. Actually, according to me, life is a blessing. Because why I say blessing means I would have lost my life in 2006 because of an accident, but God gave me 16 years to live in this world now. So that time I was in my final sem MSW. So each day is special, whatever I can do from my side. So every day I take as a blessing. Today I'll get up from the bed only. I'll think what I should do to help others. And one thing I'm able to do MSW well because it's matched with my personal character. That's how I'm doing well in my profession. I feel I'm not touched top. I'm not telling I'm the P, but I'm able to do well as a justice to the profession, I can say.
Great, madam. So if I say you in one word, how you describe life? Just one
It is a blessing for
less.
me.
Okay, great. Yes, everyone, you can also type in chat box. What is life for you? I'm seeing the chat box. Hitesh, ji, lots of people are here. Neera ji, Anshul ji, Dipshi ji. I really want all of your answers, if possible. Okay, so I'm seeing very few answers. So I want everyone to think about it. Like, what is life for you? It is very important to know what is life for you. It is blessing for you or what it is. So life is love, inspire, forgive, engage. Live fully every day. Are you living your life fully every day? Ask this question to yourself. It is very important. So now, if I ask you, this is a wheel of life. Our life contains different parameters: health and fitness, intimate relationship, family, fun and social life, career, financial, personal development, self. If I ask you, just write down on your notebook, 0 to 10, how you rate your every area of life. Just take your time and write down on your notebook how you score your every aspect of life. Well done. I hope you have written all from 0 to 10 you have written. Now, these all areas of life are very important. As you see, in our life, different situations come. When we take birth, then we have a family and we have a circle, we have environment. Then we get some beliefs, values, different perspective. So all these situations, all these things. So these are all areas of life. Family, it is very important. Fun and social life, career, financial, personal development, self, health and fitness. Now, you have written your score. From 0 to 10, you have written your score. And now, do you live a balanced life? Ask yourself, do you live a balanced life? Like in all areas, you have written, you have scored from 0 to 10. Do I make happiness a priority? What areas of my life would I like to change or expand? These are the questions which we have to ask ourselves. Before reframing, I want to discuss this topic, this aspect, because all areas of life, we have to be balanced. We have to maintain balance. We have to share love with others. Our perspective, how much positive perspective we have, how we are adding values in other people's life, how we are taking care of our body, how we are doing enrichment of souls, spiritual lifestyle, the place of your own home, how you are making that happier environment in your home. So that is very important. If you know your life, if you know at current state where you are, then only you can go to the desired state where you want to go. Now, do you know physics? It is a very interesting concept. Like if any of you know physics, then you have read somewhere a formula of stress. Stress is pressure divided by resilience. Pressure divided by resilience. It is a kind of tension formula. Now, if we relate this formula to our real life, then in real life also, situations are there, right? Tension is there. So the tension formula is situation divided by inner power. Situation divided by inner power. Now, if I say situations are 100, suppose situations are 100 and your inner power is also 100, then tension become 1. If situations are 100 and your inner power is 1, then tension become 100. So I want your answers in chat box. Are situations in our control? In chat box, you can type, are situations in our control? I hope your all answers are no. Situations are not in our control. Now you can see a figure here on the screen. Just a second. Okay. Yeah. You can see a figure on your screen. Here, imagine you are a person in between. And you have a circle, the things you control and the things you out of your control. So I assume you know here what are the things which is in your control. Things in your control like your emotions, your thoughts, your beliefs. Somehow when we are child, our beliefs are already developed. But the beliefs after that, how we are making it, that we can control. Now things out of control, like people, situation outside, any situation, environment, if assume any natural crisis or anything happen outside is out of control. Now, if you cannot control things outside, then we can control things inside. That is very much important, to control things inside. As we discuss, like tension is equal to situations upon inner formula, inner power. This inner power is the power of mind to create positive, pure, powerful thoughts. If we build our inner power, then any situation out of control, then tension can be zero. Now I want to share with you, all of you, types of thoughts. Mind think a lot, day and night. During day, now also you are thinking something. At night, during sleep time, dreams come, your neurons fires, and then also you are thinking. Scientists and psychologists say that in 1 minute, we think 20 to 30 thoughts. So if we multiply it, about 50 to 60,000 thoughts whole day. We usually say, I know what you are thinking. We usually say, I hope you have listened. In Hindi we say, मैं जानता हूँ कि आप किस मन में क्या चल रहा है, आपके दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है. So we usually say that I know what you are thinking. But do you know what you are thinking in your mind? So there are 6 kinds of thoughts, as you can see on the screen. Waste thoughts. Waste thoughts are the thoughts like you are thinking about the past or the future, or not in control code, like any person, place, situation, which is not in your control and still you are thinking. Negative thoughts. Negative thoughts are like anger, attachment, fear, anxiety, depression, ego, jealousy, blaming, criticizing, complaining. These all are negative thoughts. Then comes necessary thoughts. Necessary thoughts is like necessary is a doctor, as you have to go to some doctor, you have to attend some appointment, you have to do some file submission, you have to do some check submission, to take medicines. These all are necessary thoughts. Then come positive thoughts. Positive thoughts is like peace, purity, power, love. bliss, knowledge, happiness. These all positive thoughts which you think. This is our true nature. This is our true nature. Devilish thoughts. Devilish thoughts is like killing, revenge, suicide, like these kinds of thoughts are devilish thoughts. And angelic thoughts. Angelic thoughts is a higher conscious thoughts, higher self thoughts, like how Supreme Being see us, how Almighty see us, like high quality thoughts. Everyone remains happy, healthy, like these kinds of thoughts. Now, 90 to 95% of our thoughts are waste or negative thoughts. So you can assume like these kinds of thoughts are there. And what are you thinking? Most of times negative and waste thoughts. So why not reframe our thoughts? We have to reframe our thoughts. If we reframe our thoughts, we can reframe our life. Because when you think anything, when mind, that thought, then intellect take decision. And then it take decision that it is good or not, that it become habit. So in this way, the cycle flow. So if we control our thought, then and reframe our life, this may help to improve our life. So before reframing, let's know about framing. It is very important to know about framing. Framing or mental frame are the beliefs that people have of themselves, their roles in society, and where they fit in, their situations and circumstances, how they view other people. That is framing. Framing involves interpreting and ascribing to events that happen to you in your life. How you perceive these events, their effect on you, is what framing is. Mental frames, as you can see, mental frames shape who you are and how you think. They shape and define how you view the world, how you view yourself, how you view others, and how you interpret different events in your life. Frames are powerful. Yes, frames are very powerful as they're basically who we are. By this description, you can see like mental frames can either be positive or negative. From childhood, then adolescent, then adult, then old age, we have a cycle of life. Then in this, from childhood, we just absorb the environment. We have beliefs, our beliefs value created. We have no control on that. Then we come into adolescent, we learn how other people are doing, how other people, we see other people and perceive it. And our perception change time to time. When as we become older, as we become adult and then older age, we understand some of the concepts. But some people do not know how to reframe their life. They are in their vicious cycle only. So frames are powerful as they are basically who we are. By this description, mental frames can either be positive or negative, as I say. Frames can also be in your control or out of control. So frames affect how you live your day-to-day life. They can expand your horizons. If they are positive, they can expand your horizons and many opportunities come in front of you. And you just tune into that, and universe and God Almighty just give blessings every time. And if they're negative, this is the why it is so important to always tell yourself positive things. The self-talk concept comes here about yourself and what is happening around you. Now, what is reframing? It is very important to know what is reframing. For people with negative frames, they could always practice consciously changing their frames to end certain behavior. This is known as reframing. Reframing aims to interrupt old negative and unhelpful thoughts and thought patterns with new perceptions of reality. So like if you have any old thought, any old belief, then to reframe it, to make a new positive thought that is help you. And reframing help you to put events in your life, whether in the future or current or past, into a more positive and comfortable context. It is changing, like what a certain event in your life means or mean to you. As I already tell, like framing is done by adopting more positive ways of thinking. By reframing your mind, you also affect your actions, which goes on long way in changing your life. And the actions you take will be inclined toward your new beliefs and ways of thinking. And we will learn today how we can make new frames reframe. So the type of reframes that we have is very important, like how we can reframe our life, how we can make a very wonderful, beautiful life. To learn that, we are all here today. First is content frame, content reframe. Now, content reframing involves taking a certain situations and giving it a specific meaning. For example, as a name suggests, content reframe depends on whatever you choose to focus on. This means that a situation can have a positive or negative meanings, right? Or both. Now, for instance, there might be a heavy traffic on the road. When you are leaving from your workplace to the home, there is a very heavy traffic. Usually, this would irritate you. Or if you decide to change and take this time to listen podcast or music you love, you have chosen to do something productive. You have chosen to, rather than dwelling on this frustration, by doing this, you have reframed a bad, impatient, and frustrating event into a something positive and productive event. That is how we can reframe. So, for it to work, you must accept the fact that you are irritated and consciously decide to do something useful with in that time. So content reframing, as I say, involves taking a certain situation and giving it a specific meaning, a positive meaning. By this, it helps you to reframe your life, you reframe your situation, that current condition. Now, ask yourself, I have some questions for you to ask yourself. Like take two friends. If I take example, like take two friends, for example, watching a movie, and one friend is irritated because other keeps on talking as they watch the movie, and the friend is irritated because he wanted to watch the movie in a peace. And whether or not it is irritating, the friend has taken the situation and given it meaning. In your life also, sometimes this situation come when you are sitting in your yoga, meditation, or any kind of activity, and you want a peace, serene place, environment, but somehow the situation environment is not in your control. So this is kind of that situation in which to reframe themselves. Following statement you can use. Now, what is the positive intention in the situation? This is the first question which you can ask yourself. What could this behavior mean? What do they do this? Why do they do this? What would I like this situation to mean? So you can reframe it. You can reframe the content in the positive sense. And they should ask, the example which I take, the two friends sitting in a movie hall, they should ask these questions in that order only. By the end of answering these questions, the friend will have reframed their mind in a positive direction, in a positive way. First, they will notice that the talking friend is only speaking because he enjoys speaking with him. It would then mean that they should have picked an activity such as a board game, or so they could talk. So this would therefore mean that your friend is not speaking to annoy you. Now it is up to you to decide what the situation mean to you. The choice you pick ultimately influences the action you move going forward. That is very important, to choose better way. Now next is context reframe, a very interesting reframe. This reframe changes the perception of behavior. Like a certain behavior you may have be appropriate in certain situations and very inappropriate in others, right? For others, maybe this situation is very appropriate, but for others, it may be not. So for you may be appropriate and for others, it may be not. So take, for instance, talking loudly. Like if any person has a habit to talk loudly, and talking loudly may be very inappropriate for church or any events like that, yet very acceptable in a sports or even in concert. So if you want to change a bad behavior, then a context reframe is what you need. For example, if you consider yourself to pushy or direct with others, you need to know that this is not necessarily a bad behavior. If someone is pushy you or someone is directing you to do something, so it may be inappropriate or appropriate depending on the situation. When in the dilemma, if you are in the dilemma, just ask yourself, in what context is this behavior acceptable? Is this behavior useful? Is this behavior which is going on is useful? And in what context would this behavior serve me? How can it be resourceful? And how has this behavior helped me in the past? So ask yourself this question. If these questions give you a meaning, by answering these questions, you will able to reframe your mind. So what is not accepted and is considered negative in some situation is accepted and right in other situations. So you have to check, okay, you use your intellect, you have to check. Here you means there are three you and you, means a smaller you, a higher you and universal you. So yeah, here, this is why you should never ignore your even the negative feelings, as they may work for you in certain situations. So you have to check for yourself, is it acceptable or not? So this is context frame, in what context it is going on. So these reframes can solve your problems. Time reframe. Now, time reframe means using the perception of time to shift you think about certain thing. For instance, you might have a few weeks to a certain deadline, but you need to finish it. Do not want to procrastinate. You do not want to shift it to the next day, to the next week, to the next month. Now you might have a few weeks to certain deadline, but to help you begin, but you need to restructure this time frame. Like you set your time, you manage your time, and to help you begin and finish on the time, finish your work as soon as possible. So it is very important to set your time management skill, where time reframing comes into play. It could be convincing yourself that you have only the next 2 days to complete the job, and this will prevent you to procrastinate, therefore saving time. This is time reframe. Second is next is metaphorical reframes. A very interesting reframe. You have learned about metaphors. I hope you have heard about metaphors. Metaphors is about relating something to someone. For example, if I say, my life is like a rising sun. So what I am saying, my life is like a rising sun which I can visualize, which I can, so my life is like a rising sun. In this way, I am giving a good affirmation, a good thought. A reframing happens. And like my relationships are like a blossoming garden. So in this, what you are doing, you are using metaphors and relating. Now this involves the use of metaphors and analogies to help you decide a solution to a problem in a different way. By using metaphors, you are not bound by the limitations of the real physical world. Play around with metaphor to say solve the problem or to find another way to look at it. After finding the solution, convert it to the real world solution and implement it. So different kinds of metaphors you can use. this will grow and sharpen your mind while helping you to think outside the box. It will help you a lot if you reframe your mind in a positive way by using metaphors. Next is redefining experience. Okay. Now you can see a picture on your screen. If you are comfortable, you can type in chat box like what this picture mean to you. Like what you are thinking about this picture. I hope you are, some of you are thinking like parents are just discussing or fighting or something and kids are sitting, right? This kind of situation are in some homes. Now, how this also affect the child brain. This also affect their belief systems. Now here you have to understand this means interpreting. So now we have to reinterpret, redefine this experience. Now here what we can do, if environment is not in your control, so we have to change certain environment. We have to make our environment positive. This means reinterpreting what an experience means to you to give it a whole new meaning and perspective. It is a part of content reframing where you need to change the meaning of situation to view it in a new perspective. Because if you have to protect your brain, because your mind is a garden, if you want to protect it, you have to make your environment, your surrounding very positive. And sometimes it is in your hand or sometimes it is not in your hand. So you have to take a view how to reframe that situation. It is a great solution for when you are facing a difficult problem, as it help you see what a useful part of the problem is, not related to this picture, but in another concepts, another areas. Like once you find out what it is, and you can use this problem to your advantage. For example, some situations are there where you have to reframe, you redefine your experience. Now, in NLP, the neuro-linguistic programming, there is a 6-step reframe procedure where we go in a process. Now here we all are present, and I request you all to just identify this and just be with me. So first I explain you the process and then we do it together. Okay. So this might be look like an activity for you all. First is identify the behavior to change. Any behavior, habit which you want to change, just identify that behavior. In what context it is. For example, you want to change any habit of eating junk food, or you want to change any speeding habit of running a car or a bike or something like this. Then communicate with the part of your brain or your mind, like which feeling you can feel it in your body, or which feeling tell you, like communicate it very patiently. Just thank you, being thankfulness, accept that behavior, like accept that feeling, accept it, and then we change it. Okay, so communicate with the part, like why you are doing and what triggers might guide you on this direction of this behavior. Then in third aspects, identify the part's intention, like what is the intention behind that. Is it a positive way, take it to positive way or negative way, going to your mind is going to protect you in this way. Then think about alternatives. Fourth step is think about alternatives, like might you like for example a habit of eating junk food, then you find alternatives in yourself, like you do not keep junk food in your almirah or in your fridge, you do not keep outside food, or if any outside food come, then you tell to yourself any affirmation like you eat only healthy food. So these kinds of alternatives you have to think about, because you have to think about, I also guide you in the process, but your inner calling, your inner self tell you some solutions which is best for you. I always believe your inner self will give you the best solution. Just listen your inner self, choose an alternate behavior, and then check for the conflict. Any conflict happen, then we go into the future pace and we settle it, we reframe it, Okay, so let's start this journey, the 6-step process. Everyone, I want you to sit comfortably at your place and be comfortable at your place. Now we are starting this journey of reframing. Gently close your eyes. Keep your spine erect, shoulders straight, forehead relax, and just sit comfortably. Deeply breathe in, slowly breathe out. In your mind, if you're feeling any thoughts, any emotions, anything happening, go with the flow. Happen it. Make it happen. Now, just avoid these distractions. Visualize white clouds, the cloudy white clouds, and those white clouds taking your old thoughts, this time which are happening, and they're floating in the air and going beyond the horizon, and then these clouds vanish up. Now your mind and body is so relaxed and stable. Well, now just identify the behavior to change. Just be with my voice. Sit comfortably, spine erect. Identify the behavior you want to change. Think in your mind which behavior you want to change. It is related to any health area, career area, business area, any area, finance, any decision, any behavior which you want to change. Just think about it. Very good. I hope you have thought the area or behavior which you want to change. You are feeling it in your mind or any area of your body, the sensation, any picture, any sound, audio, visual, anything. You are feeling it. And now communicate with that part. Just accept it, be thankful, and communicate with that part. Like, why this behavior you have? What are aspects of this your behavior? Maybe it is in your health, maybe it is in your career, maybe it is in your relationship. So any aspect of your life, now communicate with that part. Just counsel your mind. Just counsel your mind. Why you have this kind of thought, why you have this kind of behavior. Now, I hope you have communicating this part. Now identify the part's intention. Any trigger intention, like if in area of health you have this behavior, if in area of profession you have this behavior, like why this behavior is there. So just visualize it, just relate to that part, your intention. Is this positive or negative? Is this beneficial or not beneficial for me or others? Is it good or not good? Just be with my voice and visualize. Now identify the part's intention. I hope you have identified the part, the feeling, the behavior, intention, and you accept it You are so relaxed. Now think about alternatives. Your inner self, in your inner higher power, your inner higher self, give you some alternatives. I know you have higher self, your intellect, the higher intellect, giving you some alternatives. I know, which is very true. Your virtues, your qualities are giving you some alternative. Think about alternative related to that behavior. Now, when you think about that alternative, think it in a positive aspect. How you can make your life very productive. How you can make your life very healthy. Think that it is making your life so productive, so healthy, so helpful for you as well as others. Just make it sure that you think alternatives related to your values. Now, when you are choosing your alternative behavior, choose 3 alternative behaviors. Any 3 alternative behaviors you have to choose, and you have to choose it. And this will help you to choosing the right alternative behavior for you. Choose it, the right alternative behavior for you. Very good. Now, choose any one alternative behavior. Choose any one alternative behavior. Now your mind, your higher self is giving you that one alternative behavior. That one alternative behavior which is very good for you, your life, your health, your relationships, your finance. Every aspect of your life is becoming very healthy and very happy. Now, take yourself to your future self. Take yourself to your future self. Assume that you are using that alternative behavior. You are making sure that your alternative behavior working for you. Now you are in your future self, your future pace, where you are using your alternative behavior, which is better for you, which your higher self guide you, which universal truth, which is very good for you, your life, and for others as well. You are very, very happy that your behavior is now transformed. Your behavior is now transformed. You reframe your life in a better, positive direction. You're so blessed here. You are in your future self, where you are making sure that you reframe your life in best way possible. You're feeling in your body the vibrations. You're feeling every cell of your body is thanking you that you have changed your behavior. You have changed your thought pattern. You have changed your thought. You have reframed it to make your life a better, healthy life, a better, positive life. We're so grateful to the God, to the Almighty for this. Now, I hope you are feeling that sensation in your body. You are feeling that your behavior now change. You have your alternative behavior with you. You have alternative thought with you, where you have transformed your negative thought into your positive thought. Very good. Now, where you are sitting, just feel the pressure of your chair. Just feel your surrounding, your environment, and gently rub your palms and keep it on your eyes and open your eyes. I hope this help you to make a better alternative, a reframe. I want everyone reply in the chat box. You are comfortable doing it? You counsel your mind or not? You take time for it? How you're feeling during this process? Everyone, I am just seeing, please share your experience. I'm seeing lots of people are here. Please share your experience in chat box, like how you are feeling. You have done it? Any one of you can come forward. 18 participants are sitting here, including me, and all on YouTube as well. I want any one of you just share your experience. Like, have you counsel your mind? Share in your chat box or come forward. Okay, I hope everyone, you're very quiet, very silent here. Okay, no concern. Now, as you see, reframing is very
It was
Yes, Ritesh. Yes,
it was amazing experience. I really tried to reframe it, and I just saw myself from less focused and very lethargic, very lazy person to becoming a more focused and more responsible person. So thank you so much. My gratitude.
Thank you so much, Ritesh ji. Yes, it is very important. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. Yes,
Actually,
slowly-
reframing, it's you can see lot of total change in ourselves in all the aspects, socially, mentally, physically. In all the aspects, you can bring change if you do the reframe procedure. Actually, I like the topic first when you selected only, because it's one psychology topic. Is there reframing your strategy? That is one topic in the abnormal psychology I've studied. So it is a very interesting topic. You're making it very informative.
yes, so much, Mary ma'am, for sharing your experience here. It's very important to reframe. See, in our day-to-day life, we have many thoughts. Now also you are thinking something. When you're cooking, or if you cook in your, then also you think and then cook. Sometimes happen. When you are eating, you are thinking something somewhere else, and then you are eating. So thought, every time we are thinking something, we have a behavior, some kind of behavior we have. So we have to reframe it to make a productive, better life, which is very important. And when you reframe it, your life transform. Yes, your life transform, and better opportunities, a better way is opening ahead of you. It is very important to reframe your life, because there is one NLP presupposition, which is behind every behavior is a positive intention. Like, this is one of the basic, like if anything happened, so motives derive behavior, right? So if you have, we have to, our brains do nothing without some usually unconscious purpose. There is behind a purpose. Maybe they are some making you the towards the pleasing one, or also avoiding some negative situation. Maybe this kind of happens, right? So now, before concluding this session, I'm really very grateful to you all for being a patient listeners. And before concluding, I want to share one of my experience with you all, how we can do this reframing day-to-day life. How we can do this reframing in day-to-day life. Okay. See, I have shared with you several types of thoughts. So waste thoughts, useful thoughts, positive thoughts. Now, sometimes what happens, we have some waste thoughts or negative thoughts. And at that moment, we are not able to reframe it instantly in the positive one situation. It is not possible, because if we have habit of that, making that thought or behavior, then we instantly we are not able to transform it into positive one. So to transform it into positive one, we have to do traffic control. This is a very interesting concept, traffic control, which I want you all to experience it by yourself. What you can do is, you can take a task as well for you all. Like what you can do, you can use traffic control. Every 1 hour you can keep an alarm. Okay, you can download an app called B-Zone. There also a very interesting traffic controlling happen, like where we counsel our mind. If any friend come to you and ask, tell me the solution for this, tell me the solution for this, you very friendly, very kind gesture, you tell the solution to that person, right? Now, in the same way, you have to counsel your mind. If after every 1 hour, you have to counsel your mind, what thoughts you are, thinking, what thought pattern at that time you are thinking, for about which person you are thinking at that moment of time, what you are thinking, and is this positive or negative? Is this positive waste thought, or what kind of thought it is? It leads me to the positive life, or making me just losing my time, energy. I take here an example. For example, there is a bowl of water. Okay, there is a bowl of water, and there, you have to beat that water. Okay, so when you beat that water, what happens? What becomes after 1 hour when you beat that water again and again? Nothing, right? Water is water. It remains water only. Nothing positive happen, nothing productive happen from that water. But you waste something. What you waste here? You waste here the time, the energy, the electricity, if electric gadget you are using. So the time, energy, and your mind power, you are wasting it. Your battery is very discharging up when you are positive, and when you are thinking again and again waste thoughts, negative thoughts, then your power of your mind, your battery is discharging. And when you after the end, when your day ends, you say, I am so tired and all these things. But how to keep up energized whole day? Okay, this is the formula. This is the formula that we can reframe our mind. We can counsel our mind after every hour. So after every hour, we can counsel our mind and tell our mind, is this right? If mind is thinking wasteful thoughts, like thinking about other person, other situation, which is not right for us, which is not related to us, then counsel your mind, tell your mind that this is the waste thought. You just first accept that, yes, I am thinking like this. Okay, no concern. Now counsel your mind and tell, okay, this kind of thought is coming in my mind. God bless. Then change it, reframe it. So this you can do when you do every hour, and then slowly you experience this, become your habit of only thinking positive, and you stay in your higher self. You can unleash your potential of higher self. This will help you when you experience. So we can do it one. I just want you to stay with me and experience it with me. I take very few minutes, and then we wrap up this talk. I want everyone to just close your eyes. It takes only 1 to 3 minutes to just reframe. Just close your eyes Be in this silence. Observe this silence. Now, you are thinking about anything. Your thoughts are flowing in your mind. Any person, any situation you are thinking. Now, analyze this thought. Counsel your mind. Counsel your mind. Is this thought helpful? Is this thought making me a better person? Is this thought taking me to my higher self? Is this thought taking me ahead on my better spiritual journey, a higher conscious spiritual journey? If it is, then very good. If it is not, then reframe it. Accept that thought, okay, I am thinking this thought. Now reframe it with a positive one. Reframe in a positive perspective. Very good. I hope you are with me, you are with my voice. Just reframe your thoughts. Now you are thinking a very positive thought. And your thought is inclined towards that your positive self, your better higher self. You're so confident. You're saying to yourself, I'm so healthy. My mind is so powerful. I am very happy, peaceful, blissful experience. Just incline your thoughts to a positive direction. Now, slowly open your eyes. Just rub your palms and keep it on your eyes if you want. So in this way, what you can do is you can reframe every hour. So reframing the mind is a great practice we should all learn and do. And it will largely improve your mental health, because some kind of disorders are psychosomatic disorders in which the mind thoughts affect our body. Even I don't want to tell all names, but even depression, anxiety, even constipation, these kinds of disorders also happen due to mind. Some kind of mind conflicts happening. That's why these kind of disorders happen. So if you learn how to reframe your mind, if you learn how to counsel your mind in a positive way, then you are able to become both mentally and physically, also spiritually healthy. So it will largely improve your mental health and help you become generally a more happy and positive person. So by reframing a mind, you allow yourself to be open-minded enough to accept any situation, no matter good or bad. You are surrounded in your bubble. You are surrounded in a very positive bubble, and any situation come, you just reframe your mind. And however, it is conscious process that you should always be aware of and requires a lot of practice for it to become a habit. As I say, a solution to a problem in a different way, the reframing which you can do. So I highly suggest you can use BZone and different apps for traffic control, and you can set alarms in your phone as well. Every hour or every 2 hours, just reframe your mind. And thank you so much, Ravindra sir and everyone, to listen me very patiently. I hope it helped you or add some value. And sorry for some disturbances. I'm very grateful to you all. Like, you have listened me very patiently, and hope you get some insight how to reframe your mind. It is very important to make your life very positive. We are living our life right now. It is your version 1. But when you are working on yourself, it become your version 2, your higher self. So we all make conscious self transformation, because self transformation is a key to world transformation. Self transformation is key to world transformation. And when we transform ourselves, we make our self positive, our life positive, and a new life begins. A Sato Pradhan, a very beautiful new world begins. So I highly recommend you. If you want to contact me, these are my details. Thank you so much, Ravindra sir and Mary ma'am and all coordinators for giving me this opportunity to talk on this topic on this prestigious stage, sharing some of my thoughts with all of you. It's really very grateful to you, to God Almighty, for giving me this power to share with you, and to taking and how you can take your life in a better way to make it very positive. Thank you so much, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Shweta. It was a very insightful and enlightening session. Definitely, it is the need of the hour. Especially with the mindsets, fixed mindsets, we are not able to go anywhere. Somewhere we are stuck in the situation or in the context. So we need to be more flexible towards any situation, any context, or any problem, so that we can find solutions. So we need to have a different perspective, or as you said rightly, reframe our minds so that we can think in a different way, so that we have different alternatives. So this is very useful for everyone to inculcate and practice the different ways of reframing the mind, so that alternative ways and means can be found out for various problems, and solutions can be brought up. It was very well presented. There is one query from Jaivir Singh. Hope it was answered. I think once again we'll take it up. How important is sensitivity to give a new look to life?
How important is sensitivity to give new look to life? Very interesting question. Like, if you want to give a new look to your life, what you are doing, you are taking inputs from outside, so through your senses. Your sense organs are there, your 5 organs. You are seeing, you are taking it to your mind. You are thinking about that, you're making some perspective, and to new life, to making it a new life, we have to think very positive. As the topic is reframe your life. So to reframe your life, you have to reframe your thoughts. You have to reframe it, and by this, when you are consciously doing it, your new life, your better life itself come forward. You're seeing the transformation in yourself. It is possible, because it is possible to change and transform our life. If we are stuck in any situation and we are thinking where to move forward, so the first step what you can do is to change thoughts. See, situations are not our in control. So for new life, this concept. So when you are use your senses, use in a positive way. When you are thinking, think in a positive way. When you are seeing something, read in very positive things. And when you are speaking, speak positive words. Speak any word which bring a value to other people's life. When you are hear some kind of things. So I am just taking this to the senses part, but yes, to make a very beautiful life, a very enriching life, we have to work on ourselves. And I hope you all agree, like self transformation is very important. And when we all, or everyone present here, everyone listening me here, when we all transform ourselves, then definitely this world will transform. I hope you all agree with me. So I hope this answer your question, or maybe yes, if the person come forward and also Ravinder sir, or
Hi, Shweta. It's
yes,
Mary here. Actually, no, what your session is, you spoke. The 3 days I interacted with you for bringing you to this session, that is inculcated in your life. Because what you said, you have practiced it. So that is the biggest achievement according to me. If I say I am MSW, I am doing social work, I should show when I show to you. Simply I studied MSW, I have 16 years. I should not tell. When I show my work only, then only people will respect. Like 3 times I spoke to you, and the way you said it's I correlated when you're talking. That went in my mind a lot. Because what Shweta today she preached, she showed in her talk. Always we should not give words simply I will do this, do that. But you said now you think before you speak. That is very true. Simply you should not tell I'll do this, I'll do that, this one I'll do. Simply some people give false promises. Now that you might tell, but inside sometimes it tells in inside you what you're telling beyond your capability. Your inner voice tells.
so
What you should access yourself, what you can do, what you cannot do, you tell, I don't know. It's nothing wrong to tell, don't know. But when you know your inner voice, I listen to my inner voice. I'm also psychology student. Okay, I did BS abnormal psychology, and MSW I did in my master's. For me, no, tomorrow I'm going anywhere. Suppose today I prepare everything and I take dress for my wedding, for wedding function, anything. But tomorrow, the next day morning, my inner voice tells, don't go, means I'll stay off at home. My mom, sister, everybody will tell, why you made, you bought dress, you this one. But I tell something is wrong is going to happen. That's what my thing is, instinct is telling me. If I don't listen to my instinct, then that will go wrong. Better I stay at home, I'll tell. Because first you should analyze yourself. You should listen to your body. You should listen to your voice. You should listen to your mind before you listen to others. You should assess yourself before you assess it. We are nobody to judge anybody. What I learned in my MSW in the 16 years, non-judgmental attitude. We are nobody to judge. I'm nobody to judge Shweta, because I only don't know so much things. How I'll tell Shweta's not doing bad. I'm every day I'm learning. Today also I learned so much from you, though you are younger to me. But we are not judged. Some people we make comments now. We should not hurt anybody's feelings. That is very important in life. Once we throw out words now, you cannot take it back. You should measure your words and speak. I always do that. Even if I don't like someone, no, I will tell it in a proper way that person will understand. And I won't hurt and fight and leave that person. If that person doesn't gel with me, I will tell in a decent way and I leave it off. I just want delete a number from the phone. Some people get so angry that they delete immediately after the fight. Only my friends and all will delete off the number. We should not throw so much anger. We can make that relationship part away in a smooth way also. You and I are not getting together well. We can part it in a small way also, in a smooth way. Not that we should fight and part away. Immediately delete the phone number. That is not good. Hurting feeling. If you would throw.
yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Mary ma'am. Concern. Yes, it's very good. Like you have shared so beautifully, like how the qualities of a person is very important. The quality of a person is very important. Our virtues are very important, like virtue of peace, purity, wisdom, knowledge, bliss. These all, love, happiness, these all virtues are very important.
I lost my dad 5 years back, but what my dad has told, you studied MSW, that is not important. But if you don't have values, you should throw that certificate. away, that that certificate doesn't have value. That my dad always told me, I remember after he's gone also, if you don't have values, that certificate is waste.
Yes.
So that values matters a lot more than my MSW certificate.
Yes.
That I really saw you new in the 3 times I spoke to you on the phone. And today you said it in words. You preached what you practiced in that's my biggest takeaway from this session. All the best. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Madam. Jagannath sir, I think he raised hand, and Sahir sir, I think Sahir Masood raised his hand. So any questions you have, you can come forward and tell, like, what you practice. Yes, Jagannath sir.
Yes, ma'am. It is wonderful class. I have listened. It is a very good experience. Okay. I am also part of the NLP. So that thank you for your class.
Thank you so much, Jagannath sir, for valuable feedback. And it's great to learn, to make ourselves so happy, to learn some of ways. Sahir sir, okay, left. Thank you so much, Ravindra sir, for giving me this opportunity. Over to you, sir. Ravindra sir.
Yeah, participants, if you have any queries, then you can unmute yourself. Feel free to put in chat box. Okay, if there are no queries, then we shall conclude.
Okay. Ajay Ajuja.
Yeah, feel free to unmute yourself, Ajay.
Good evening, Shweta.
Good evening, Ajay sir.
This was a very nice session. I could attend only last 20 minutes, but I could see that it was very nicely presented. So would you be kind to share the recording so that we can see it again, who have missed it?
Yes, absolutely, sir. As this session is on YouTube as well, live. So,
Okay.
and Ravindra sir will guide you further, like how to, what is the process.
Okay. It was great listening to you first time, because I am also your classmate. I hope you know.
Yes. Yes, sir, I know.
But it was really very nice.
Thank you so much, sir.
So best wishes for your future as a coach.
Thank you so much. It's matter a lot to have such a great feedback, gratitude. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Does anyone have questions? And if you don't have any question, then I have a question for you all. Because I love questions and interacting with everyone. So how you reframe your life? You take any decision today to reframe your life? So just one question, please interact in chat box, or you can come forward, any one of you or anything. Which area you have decided to reframe your life? I'm seeing lots of participants here. Yes, you can type in chat box and come forward, please. It helped me a lot. Like if I can see the energy. Anamika, Christina, Ajay sir.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Jagannath sir, you tell like which area of life you have decided to reframe your life. Okay, so thank you so much. I hope you have learned a lot today. So over to you, Ravindra sir.
Thank you, Shweta, once again for the interaction. It was a really wonderful session. How to reframe your mind. And, definitely, this should be one of the strategy for everyone. Nowadays, due to lot of changes that are happening in and around, inside as well as outside. It is very necessary and also need of the hour that we need to be more creative, out of box thinking, innovative, so that we need to adapt various strategies which are best suited to the context, situation, and the problem, so that we can come out with the solutions which are practical, implementable, feasible, so that we can get the desired outcome. So it is very necessary, because the first process that happens is in the brain, that is cognitive process. So we need to reframe, or we need to have different perspectives of the concept or the construct that will help us to understand it in different ways, and not only just have the concept or the construct in a different perspective, but it will also help us to take different directions towards solving the problem. So the very first step is understanding the problem, which will solve the problem to half of its extent. So the other half is to find an appropriate solution for that problem. So reframing the mind will definitely help us in this process, in decision making, and also in living a very peaceful and happy life. So with this practical approach, so we shall go forward. And with this takeaway, let's spread this joy and happiness and information to everyone. And look forward for more sessions and much more interaction in coming sessions. So thank you once again, Shweta, for joining us on behalf of Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute and Center for Arts, Sciences and Wellbeing. On behalf of all the participants, we wish you all the success, and we look forward for more sessions in coming days. Thank you once again. And dear participants, kindly fill the feedback form which is being shared in the chat box. It is mandatory for receiving certificate. Certificate will be issued within 15 working days, and you can download the certificate from the webinar series website. After visiting the webinar series website, you need to select the appropriate date. For example, today, for today's session, you need to select the today's session. Then you can download your certificate from that respective web page. Each webinar, each day is dedicated as a dedicated web page, from where you can get the flyer as well as your certificate from the webinar series website. So kindly fill up the feedback form. And if you have any queries also which are unanswered or which you would like to ask, you can ask while you are filling the feedback form. Otherwise, you can put in there is an option in the feedback form as well, where you can share your comments, feedback, queries in the feedback form. So we can get back to speaker and we can answer it if possible. So thank you everyone once again.
Thank you so much, Ravindra sir. So grateful to you for organizing such beautiful webinars for holistic well-being. Thank you so much, and all team of International Health Webinar Series. Thank you so much.
We'll be sharing your certificate through WhatsApp, and as per your convenience, you can stay back. We are waiting for the participants to fill the feedback form. Dear participants, kindly fill the feedback form in the chat box. Today is also World Bicycle Day. It is celebrated every year on June 3rd, and it aims to develop a culture of cycling for basic transportation, commutation, and strengthening physical and mental health. You know, there are various benefits of cycling for both physical and mental health. And this day or commemoration of World Bicycle Day draws attention to recognize the longevity, uniqueness, and versatility of the bicycle, and that it is affordable, reliable, simple, clean, and environmentally friendly and fit, sustainable means of transport. So cycling is healthy, low impact exercise that can be enjoyed by people of all ages. And we have lot of memories, especially with cycles, where the scrap knees and the scratched elbows after falling from our cycles are part of what makes our childhood memories of playing so nostalgic. However, as the time went by, we grew up, those cycles were left to rust in the backyards and building compounds or we disposed in the scrap. So acknowledging the uniqueness, longevity and versatility of the bicycle, every year the World Bicyclist Day is celebrated. So coming to the history, the first Bicycle Day was celebrated on June 3, 2018 by Professor Leszek Cybulski, a Polish social scientist working in the United States, led a grassroots campaign with his sociology class to promote a UN resolution for the World Bicycle Day. So the original UN blue and white June 3rd World Bicycle Day logo was designed by Isaac Feld, and the accompanying animation was done by Professor Johnny Swanson, which is a very popularly seen logo for World Bicycle Day. So to promote and to keep ourselves fit physically, mentally, so let's all adopt environmental friendly practices and let's take up cycling. If we are traveling small distances, then that is the best option nowadays. Even for going to nearby grocery shop also, we are taking out our two-wheelers and four-wheelers. So let's stop doing that. And we know a lot of lifestyle diseases, disorders are coming up nowadays, which are widely prevalent. So we can easily take up cycling as an alternative method or an alternative strategy where we can also keep ourselves fit and healthy and with zero pollution and very low investment, which everyone can enjoy. The same cycle can be used by all ages in the family, by everyone. So it is multifaceted and also multi-purpose. So let's adopt healthy practices, environmental friendly practices. And whoever has filled the feedback form can leave the webinar so that we know whoever is left and others quickly fill the feedback form. Thank you for joining us. See you all tomorrow at the same time on a different topic. Take care. Good night.